Hey guys, Dave here. This is the second video covering my newest tool, the Trace from Shaper Tools. I'm going to use it along with Plate to do an inlay. Trace is Shaper's newest accessory for the Origin handheld CNC router. It gives you the ability to turn a sketch or drawing into a vector cut path to use with Origin. Or for that matter, any other tool that uses SVG files, like a Cricut for example. Plate is another Origin accessory. It's kind of a universal template jig for setting up the Origin for smaller applications like hardware installation and inlays. So let's get to it. I just want to do a quick, simple inlay test, so I put my pen to paper, and this is what came out. Guess it turned out to be sort of an abstract guitar body shape. Actually might make a cool bow tie inlay. The web app is opened by scanning the QR code on the back of the frame. Once it's enabled, you turn the frame back over and place it around your drawing. When you get it sufficiently framed in your camera, the app gives you the ready to capture prompt and you take the picture. Pretty simple so far, right? If you happen to see my original video on the Shaper Trace, you know this is where my troubles started on that one. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link to it in the description below. I mentioned in that one that the internet here in my shop has its ups and downs, and that must have been a real down day. Today I got lucky. The app was much more responsive, and this actually went pretty smoothly. I think I also had a better sense of the scan and vector settings, so I'm pretty sure that helped. I still haven't taken the time to look for instructions on Shaper's website, so I suspect this isn't as difficult as I made it the first time. I'm not going to try to explain exactly what I did here, because I'm sure that would make it seem more complicated than it is. Anyway, it looks like I have a cut path that'll work, so I'll save it to my Shaper files and get my workpiece set up. Nothing fancy for materials here, just a scrap of 1/8 inch door skin. Some double stick tape, and the Shaper plate. As Origin boots up, it recognizes the Shaper plate workspace and is ready for me to import the file I saved from the Trace app. I rotate the drawing to the orientation I want and place it in the workspace after cleaning it up by deleting my previous vectors and cut paths. There was already an 1/8 inch bit in the router collet from the last time I used it, and I decided that would be fine for this project. The material is only 1/8 of an inch thick, so I set up to cut it in one pass. I like the way that looks so far. I'll set up Plate to cut the negative space for the inlay on this scrap of 1/2 inch walnut plywood. As I set up for this pocket cut, I realized I didn't want to try to hog all this material out with an 1/8 inch bit, so I changed to a 1/4 inch, and that'll work fine for the inside finish cut for this shape. While my helper finishes cutting this out, I want to thank you for watching my video. If you're enjoying it, I hope you'll give it a like and share it. And please do subscribe to my channel before you move on. In fact, you can do that right now by clicking that little red button in the lower right corner. I really do appreciate your support. So I'm showing you every cut I made here, albeit a little faster than real life. All that was edited out was a bunch of camera resets. No second cuts or test pieces thrown out. My total actual work time for this was about 20 minutes and change. That's from drawing my sketch to finished sanded inlay. Truth is, I'm pretty amazed at how well this works. Wow, that's a pretty good fit. I don't think I'm getting it out again. I'll have to remember to give it a few thousandths clearance whenever I need to do this for real, so I can get the inlay back out to glue it. Yep, that'll do.